Okay, I'm seeing something that says chat is disabled for this live stream, and I don't know why. So we're off to a rockin' start here. I'm not sure what the problem is. So I don't know if you guys are getting me right now. I closed out and opened back up in another window, and I'm seeing the chat with nobody there. I don't know what that means for you guys as far as anything you need to do. I probably just lost everybody. I don't know if the inner tube's just freaked out. Grief Junkie, did you have to switch or do anything, or did you just hang tight and you came back? Because I don't have, YouTube requires, YouTube requires there's the cat. YouTube requires 1,000 subscribers to stream live. I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So I have this app on my phone, and it seems to work. I've never had a problem with it. Streamlabs is what it's called. And apologize. I don't know if it is like a limited in what it's able to do. If too many people, doesn't make sense that if you would have too many people, it would kill it. We'll see what happens. And I haven't had an issue before, so maybe it is YouTube. I don't know. Yeah, happy birthday to us, Dan. Knowing him, he's here. He had to switch. OG had to switch. I'm sorry, guys. We'll keep tabs on this. Hopefully we are smooth sailing from here on out. It looks like we lost. I don't see a Viper Dave or a Joe B. We got 2 men down. We gotta go back and get them. Dan, you cover me. I'm gonna flank them on the left. OG, you flank on the right. Grief Chunky, I need cover fire. We got to go back and get Viper Dave and okay, no, we're Viper Dave. Oh, thank God. I thought they got you. Joe, he's back too. I thought sure we lost you. Yeah, me and Dan have the same birthday. It's basically about 15 times a year. I don't know how that started. I think a long time ago, somebody mistakenly wished Dan Pancaldi of Knowing He's Here happy birthday, and he said it wasn't my birthday. Do I have this right, Dan? Do you remember? And I saw that and thought it was funny for some reason. Yeah, we wouldn't leave you, Viper Dave. We had all had it planned out how we were going to get you out of there, man. But I just took that and ran with it, and then every so often I'd say, hey, happy birthday, Dan. You know, I don't know. It's funny to me. Yeah, right. Leave no man behind. So does anyone? I'll shut up. I swear I'll shut up about this. But you guys saw the stuff. Nobody wants anything. That's fine. I got the Libya game down for Grief Junkie. That's it so far. All right. I got one more of these. Well, 2 more. But I'm gonna cut and read this one before we get dropped again. John Mag, another long-time subscriber. John Mag says, what does he say? He says. Hey Jason, I've been a listener from the start. Bless you, sir. I'm the Red Wings fan, and I remember you. I do remember you. For a fan who comments occasionally, I love your stream of consciousness random videos. Don't encourage me, sir. Jesus, what's his name? One Callendale's enough. We don't need another. But thank you for saying so. I'll probably miss a stream, he says, because the Buckeyes play. This guy's a Buckeyes fan. Does that mean anything to anybody? Play, but I thought of a few questions. Now I'm missing the Blues game for this. That's not fair. I could be watching a Blues game right now. Let's see, he says, why AJ Toynbee for your channel name? Now I didn't want this to be about me, but IT, what's up, man? Welcome, sir. if you're drinking something, I guess the rule of the eve is to let us know what it is. And yes, I'm sorry for those that doubted me. Yeah, a Guinness. I even got my Guinness glass. I'm due for a refill after this. I've seen that, and I've thumbed up some of your stuff, itinerant, on the squad leader stuff. Thank you. I know you like Advanced Tobruk, and you typically do that in the past, but I appreciate the squad leader, old school squad leader stuff. I really do. Let's see. Oh, how did I get the AJ Toynbee name? Because when I started this, I didn't want people to know my real name. I was shy. I got a few enemies out there, and I'm like, these knuckleheads are going to find me and just troll the channel. That's all that's going to happen. So I came up with a moniker. And then over time, I got more comfortable, and I didn't feel the need to do that. So then I just went with my real name. What else? Do you still play any of your old designs like Ostfront? I got to say, I don't. And it's not that I don't like them or whatever. I had too many games, and I think maybe part of it is spending so much time designing something, kind of the novelty wears off pretty fast as far as, now I want to play this 50 times. I've basically already played it 500 times. So I'm kind of burnt out probably by the time I'm done with a game, which I haven't done one in a while now. I think Soldiers of the Sun was the last one I did. Let's see. Wow, okay. He says, that's all I can think of right now. Stay loose. Congrats on the Blues again. Thank you. The Blues did win the Stanley Cup for the first time in the history of the franchise. So appreciate that. He says, the Red Wings rebuild process is becoming painful. I get you, brother. And I replied, hey, at least you're not a Chicago fan, because their rebuild process is just as bad, if not worse. But you'll make it through, brother. You'll make it through. And then a little bit later, I have one left to read. And so I swear I'll be right back. I'm going to get another one of these. And we will continue where we've left off here. We'll pop the cork here. Viper Dave says he started out playing Third Reich. Oh, nice. And Blitzkrieg with his brother in high school. Then they started playing Stratomatic football and baseball. Really? Stratomatic football and baseball. So I have Stratomatic hockey, but I don't have Stratomatic football or baseball. I do have Status Pro football. Does anybody remember this? And Sports Illustrated pennant race. Look at this guy's face. That's almost as bad as that, Jesus, what was that game that M&P just redid? The Arnhem game, and I can't think of the name of it. The face on that game is just as bad as this. For those of you that have just joined us, Todd, I've got stuff to give away here, strategy and tactics games, some Blucher PDF printout rules, etc. If any of that interests you, let me know, and I'll throw you a bone. Let's see. Oh, and just pop the cork, so here we go. Cheers to you guys, the subscribers. It is greatly appreciated. This show is about and for you. It's the only reason I'm doing this show is for you guys. Thank you for your support and listening to me and watching me and blah, 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 etc. So, cheers. All right. God, is it possible to make a better beer? I mean, if somebody sat down and tried to design a better beer, I don't think it'd be possible. It's the apex of beer is Guinness. It's nothing else. Joe also has the football game. Thank you, Dan. Cheers. Viper Dave says, we would pick all-star teams and play had the Miami Dolphins undefeated season, but back to war games. Grief Junkie, cheers. Good health, everyone. Thank you. Don't ban me, but I'm a Bud Light guy. You know, I've drank Viper Dave. I've had a Bud Light or two in my life. You could do worse, right? Malt liquor, that's probably worse. Back in Columbia, Missouri, they had a can about this tall of beer called, I think it was called Camo. And it was like the GPC of cigarettes, of beer. You know, GP, does anybody know about GPC cigarettes? That's about as you know, oatmeal stout. Now, I don't know if it's better. You know, everybody wants to like convert me when I go out with people and they're like, oh, you like Guinness? You're gonna love this, or this is better, or it's like Guinness but better. And every time I do that, it's not bad, but they don't got the taste right, man. Bud Light is the #1 beer in the USA. Busch is number 9. What determines that though? Is it really because do people honestly like, how do I put this delicately? Is it the advertising? Is it the culture? Like everybody drinks Bud Light, so I'll drink it, or subliminally, subconsciously in their head, they go for the Bud Light because the advertisement. I don't know. I don't get it with the Bud Light, Busch, Miller, Natural Light. All that beer is like water to me. Grief Junkie's dog and son, who is 3, are both snoring on the sofa next to him. Oh. Viper Dave, probably they sell more. Yeah, I know. Hey, Jeff, welcome. I don't think we've welcomed you yet, have we? Jeff, wait. Only drink Dublin Draft Guinness, never the bottle stuff. Yeah, all right. Well, you got me on a technicality. It is cheaper, so that's a very good point. That's probably why it is drunk so heavily, is because Bud Light, things like that, it's cheap. I am not a philosopher, sir. Yeah, right. Hershey's. That's a good point. I don't eat sweets or anything like that anymore, but the last couple of times I had something chocolate from Hershey's, it doesn't taste like chocolate. Something's not right with that stuff. You have real chocolate and eat something from Hershey's, you gotta wonder what you're eating. Yeah, IT, I said, Todd, I've got because I bought the books now and I don't need these anymore, a PDF printout of the first edition Black Powder rules, and a PDF printout version of the Blucher rules. And again, I don't need these because I liked them enough to buy the books. So anybody that is interested in that. And then I've got all these strategy and tactics games.